People are not really feeling stuff like this, but I love low tops. Low tops. These smell good too. These are awesome. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and breakdown on these bad boys right here. This is the Air Jordan 1 Low OG, despite them, not having really anything OG about them. Well, they have a little things, but it's not really an OG. And this is the Game Royal colorway. This is technically a re-release of these bad boys, but they chopped the top off, they changed the tongue color a little bit, and yeah, I think that these are fucking cool. But before we get started, we do have a quick word from today's sponsor, and that's the good folks over at Scheels. They're a retailer both in-store and online. They have a wide variety of sneaker brand accounts. They are official account holders for brands such as Jordan Brand, Nike, and so on and so forth. They carry all kinds of different footwear and sporting equipment, and on top of all of that, they do have a sneaker release calendar, so if you ever wanted to see what was coming from Scheels, you can always go to their website, links down below in the description box. It'll head you over to their site where you can check it all out. And one more thing off the top, today is the last day to pre-order the Sense Apparel Icons hoodie, one of 3 that are currently available now. Once orders are closed, they are closed for good. So if you wanted to ensure that you get these before the holidays, whether it's for yourself or for someone else, go over to senseapparel.com right now before it's too late. These guys right here come in original style Air Jordan 1 box, but done up in Game Royal. I love this, dude. This is cool. You remember how I used to put pictures of like their footwear or the shoes? That way you know like what is in there. This is before the days of drop front boxes and stuff like that. But you know what's in here. You know what I mean? So I think that's cool. The funny thing is that my original version looks just like these now because of age. So this is what I keep saying. A lot of people dislike this sail color, even though it's been very, very, very minor. And they keep saying, nah, man, I want them all white. It's like, dude, these have plenty of life left in them and they are already sail naturally. So when you skip that process and they just come like this, they don't look old anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like this looks new and it will always look new because that's how they came. I think it's kind of smart. I'm not saying to do that with every shoe. I'm just saying that there's a time and a place and it works here. It just does. But what I love most about this particular colorway is 1, they're Nightwing blue. So I really love that. 2, I love the original Chicago style color blocking, and that's exactly what these guys are. I just like the different twists on OG style color blocking. I think that it looks really good on the Air Jordan 1. Granted, they have come out in a high top before, so obviously they're a little bit familiar, but still, I dig it. I think that where they ruin things is that they've released them as a regular Jordan 1 low with the puffy tongue and the Jumpman logo on there and stuff like that. And they did that a while back when the Jordan 1 hype was like, all Jordan 1s were selling out, like even the crappy ones. And I think that that might be deterring people from stuff like this, where it's just like, nah, they look like the cheap ones, but they're not. Obviously the outsole is the same as every other Air Jordan 1. So we've got the greatest traction of all time, a rubber cup sole that is done up in sail. And inside that rubber cup sole is a polyurethane wedge. Inside that wedge is an encapsulated air sole unit. And on top of all of that
is this piece of crap insole.
Really is a fucking piece of crap. This is garbage. Where's the dream cell?
It's a fake dream cell.
This thing, man, whatever. You can take that out, put in anything else that you want, and please do, because yeah, it's better. Now, as far as materials are concerned, I would say that they're okay. They're kind of in line with that original version, this guy right here. I will say that the leather's not quite as soft. The white and the blue here, just nice and soft all the way around. Granted, I've worn these quite a bit, but they're not quite on that same level. It's good enough, like to wear every day and stuff like that. I'd say that the blue material feels very similar to what was used on the Mocha Lows, the black portions of the panels. The white leather though, it's leather, but it's not very good. You gotta love Jordan Brand. Cheap ass insole, cheap ass materials, great colorway, great looking shoe. I will say that the swoosh is leather, so that's cool. Sometimes they put like the synthetic ones on there. They didn't do that this time, so I like that. Just in case you're wondering like why I say like there's nothing OG about them, it's because there's an Air Jordan 1 Low 85 cut, and those use the actual original midsole and cup sole. You know what I'm saying? Like this straight one, granted, I think that it looks good, so it's not a big deal, but the original one just has like a weird like little hump or ridge to it right here at the midfoot section, and so that's like true to original. So I just think that they should take off the OG label on these and just call them something else, like, I don't know, the Air Jordan 1 Low SE, even though they do that with the cheaper ones. And they're the more expensive, like slightly more premium version of the cheaper versions. But like, that's what I'm saying. Like, why do you have like 15 different Air Jordan 1 models on a shelf at one time? That's dumb. This should be the standard. You have other like cheap shoes that don't ruin the legacy. They're not legacy models. Leave those as cheap shoes. Keep the legacy models, legacy models.
Please! God damn it!
But the other aspects that are not quite like the original is the toe shape area. This forefoot of these Air Jordan 1 Low OGs are more like the cheaper versions of the Air Jordan 1 Low, where they're kind of like pointier and all of that stuff. They're not as wide set. They just don't look as good, and they're not original. The original also has 8 eyelets instead of 7. And I know that that's a stupid thing to say, but it's true, bro. Is it a retro like / remake, or is it something different? So don't call it original if it's not original. I will say the one original feature is right here on the back, and it's the Wings logo and the paneling and the placements and everything like that. So I like that. That's cool. But is it a true original Air Jordan 1 Low? No. Now, like I was saying before, the tongue is a little bit different than the higher top counterpart, where those actually featured a black tongue. These feature a white tongue, much more similar to the actual Chicago version of the Air Jordan 1. I think that it looks cool. That's also not quite an original feature, by the way. If you watch our reviews on the Air Jordan 1 Low 85s or our videos on the Air Jordan 1 85 highs, the white base colorways have been using more of an original style tongue, which is not quite nylon. That's the black versions of the tongues. The whites are, I don't know what to call it. It's more like a canvas. It's a different material. It's very cool that they put those back on there. That's an original touch. That's attention to detail. It's amazing. And on top of all of that, they did switch the tongue tab. They essentially just flipped the color. So on the original one, it was black with a blue logo. This one is blue with a black logo. Just different enough. Now, as far as sizing is concerned, what I like to do with the Air Jordan 1 Low OG is actually go down half a size in comparison to the sizing that I get with the high tops. The high tops obviously are higher cut. They have more padding inside of the back area of the shoe, so it pushes your foot up to the front just a little bit more, making a true size fit. They remove all of that stuff in the low top, so there's not much padding in here whatsoever. So when I get a regular true size, they always feel a little bit loose and a little bit floppy. So I like to go down half a size. It fits me best. Whatever you get, that is what I would recommend, but for me personally, I like to go down half a size in these guys. Now, these guys will be available at most Jordan brand retailers, but if you're in the Sacramento area, you'll be able to grab these from Phenom. They're located in the Delco Shopping Center right across from Macy's, or you can go to their website, which we will link down below in the description box. And with that being said, what is today's question of the day?
Considering that you like collecting action figures, have you considered Aliens and Predators, or are those not your jam? Or what type of action figures do you like most?
Alien and Predator are cool, but I do not collect those figures. I will say that Super 7 has some great Predator and Alien action figures if you're looking for something that is within that 6 to 7 inch scale, but looks super detailed and movie accurate or source material accurate. Super 7, bar none, the best around. But I don't collect those. I do have some movie property that are not like comic book specific, like RoboCop and stuff. I love that thing. That's also from Super 7. It looks amazing. Yeah, the stuff that I typically collect is like Ninja Turtles, lots of Marvel and DC. So like the comic book stuff, like the things that I read and would watch the cartoons of. G.I. Joe. I love G.I. Joe Classified series. I love the new retro cardback versions. I think that those are awesome. Masters of the Universe. Power Rangers is a big one. I haven't bought like anything new from Power Rangers in a hot minute because I feel like I have it all, or at least the majority of what I'd want. But yeah, so those are the main ones that I collect. Talk about all of that stuff over on a other channel called Some of My Favorite Things. So if you wanted to check out any nerd stuff, then that's where to go. But yeah, that's pretty much what I collect. What about you guys though? Do you collect action figures? If you do, let me know what kind you collect down below in the comment section. I would love to know. Or you can go to the other channel and let me know, or subscribe to both and leave comments on both. That would be great. Also, sound off below and let us know what you think about these guys in the comment section. Which one's better, high top or low top? I know everybody's gonna say the high top, even though I think the low top looks better, but the high top's materials are better. Sound off below, let me know. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. We will catch you guys in the next one. So until then, you guys have a good one.